A mix of disruptive technology, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, small businesses, and S&P 500 equities make up Mark Cuban's investment portfolio. The outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks of the National Basketball Association has built a fortune through his astute business dealings. Do you want to walk in his shoes? Keep an eye out for Mark Cuban's investing advice, as well as his top picks as the kinds of businesses he avoids. Mark Cuban's approach to investing. Disruptive tech creates long-term value. Cuban contrasts the mid-1990s streaming entertainment industry with the current cryptocurrency market in a 2022 interview on the podcast The Problem with Jon Stewart. The convenience of turning on the radio or television was superior to streaming music back then. You need the appropriate software, hardware, and internet connection to stream, which were less common then than they are now. After 25 years, Grandview Research estimates that the worldwide video streaming market is now more than $50 billion. The market research company also forecasts that in 2028, the industry will grow at a compound annual growth rate of 21%. In Cuban's opinion, the fledgling crypto economy is still overcoming challenges that are preventing widespread acceptance, much like the streaming business did in the past. But he asserts that, like streaming, cryptocurrency will develop over time and develop its own ecosystem. Trade with conviction. Cuban makes investments in organizations, ideas, and causes that he believes in. For instance, his passion for both sports and technology helped him launch a venture that would eventually become Broadcast.com, one of his early economic successes, because he believes in the value of diversity for business. He has also invested more than $50 million in funds and enterprises operated by women and people of color. Mark Cuban made investments totaling more than $50 million in funds and businesses run by men and women of color. He did this because, he sees a special opportunity there. Cuban exhorts other investors to adhere to their own convictions. For instance, he counseled meme stock investors to stand by their beliefs in a Reddit AMA. Why sell? He asked. If you still believe in reasons, you bought the stock, and those reasons haven't changed. Learn from your mistakes. When Mark Cuban first started trading stocks, he made some costly mistakes. It hurts a lot, but he made an effort to learn from his mistakes. Cuban acknowledges that he has done poorly in both businesses and investing, but he also shares what he's learned from his mistakes when he talks about his failures. A company selling powdered milk was one of Cuban's earliest commercial failures. He had to learn the hard way that customers prefer to spend more money on genuine articles. Cuban is therefore more circumspect when considering prospects and avoids letting his presumptions cloud his judgment. Don't reactivate. Cuban stated, if you don't fully comprehend the hazards of an investment you are contemplating, it's okay to do nothing. In a blog post from 2010, during two distinct market downturns in 2016 and 2020, he reiterated the advice to do nothing. Cuban's do nothing recommendation cautions against hasty buying or selling. Spend some time considering your potential investments rather than acting fast. Rushing into a purchase or sale of a good company won't benefit you, because strong companies last a long time. Interestingly, this suggestion is consistent with the viewpoint of other well-known investors, such as Warren Buffett. Mark Cuban's best investments. Cuban's investment portfolio is diversified, but according to statements he's made in interviews, his greatest stakes are well-known companies like Amazon, Netflix, and Twitter. Amazon. Cuban acknowledged buying Amazon stock for between $500 and $700 per share. A share of the IT company's stock cost around $3,200 in the first quarter of 2022. Notably, Cuban disclosed that as of 2019, he owned approximately $1 billion worth of Amazon stock. Though its enormous online store is what makes Amazon most famous, the corporation is involved in more than just online shopping. Local networks, live sports, and original programming are all made available on Prime Video via Amazon's content division. Additionally, the company sells home security and connection products such as Fire TV, Alexa Echo, and Ring video doorbells. Ahead of Microsoft, Amazon is the biggest provider of cloud computing services globally. Netflix. Cuban tweeted in 2014 that he was acquiring Netflix stock because he believed that streaming company will be bought out. He also claimed to have paid $50 per share for his stake. Although it continues to be an independent business, Netflix's share price has reached a high of $680. Since the second half of 2021, the stock has had made some difficulty, and in the first quarter of 2022, it fell as low as high $300. Subscription fees are how Netflix generates revenue. Customers who utilize the streaming service for original and licensed material from the company are devoted followers. The monthly cost of a basic subscription is $9, making it affordable enough for widespread use. Despite recent increasing competition, particularly from Disney Plus, Netflix is still the industry leader in streaming entertainment. Twitter. With recent additions to his holdings in 2020, Cuban has owned Twitter for a considerable amount of time. He believed that Twitter will fare better than its social media competitors once advertising started to pick up following the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic lockdown. Early January 2020, Twitter shares fell to a 3-year low. It did bounce back, almost tripling in value to $77 per share. By the beginning of 2021, the social media stock has since wilted, falling as low as the mid-$30s. Roughly 90% of the social networking services and income comes from advertising charges. The remaining 10% is generated by data licensing and service charges. Mark Cuban's crypto portfolio. Cuban is also optimistic about the crypto economy. He is a shareholder in Polygon, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Cuban's Shark Tank investments total 80% in the blockchain and cryptocurrency sectors. Investments Mark Cuban avoids. Companies with low barriers to entry. Low entrance restrictions are not appealing to Cubans. He will probably pass up the chance of competitors may easily imitate the business concept. Cuban declined an equity investment in Do Amore, a marker of bridal and engagement rings with $11.5 million in projected revenue for 2021. Although the company was growing, he didn't believe it was sustainable. For Cuban, the problem was that Do Amore's main point of distinction was its involvement in philanthropic causes. Similar strategies might be easily adopted by other businesses, eliminating Do Amore's competitive advantage. Companies that need a lot of capital to grow. Mark Cuban doesn't like businesses that need to raise hundreds of millions of dollars to make less money. Jamie Siminoff, the founder and CEO of Doorbot, advertised his smartphone doorbell on Shark Tank in 2013. Siminoff departed the exhibition without concluding a contract because his company found no buyers. Later, Ring would replace Doorbot, and Amazon bought Ring in 2018 for more than $1 billion. Cuban, however, stands by his choice to pass on Doorbot. He claims that if he did, the business would require too much funding to expand. businesses he doesn't know. Cuban is drawn to businesses and industry sectors that he is familiar with, using his own knowledge to improve his investing, and commercial decisions is what he refers to as the knowledge advantage. On the other hand, he should refrain from making investments in fields that are unfamiliar or boring to him. Invest like Mark Cuban. Cuban fills a variety of positions in his career, including those of a business executive, sports team owner, TV personality, and well-known investor. His accomplishments have enabled him to amass a net worth of more than $4 billion. Cuban's commitment to learning, his emphasis on business, prospects that excite him, and his patience in waiting for the appropriate opportunity have all been essential to his success. You can utilize these simple skills to enhance your personal investing and gradually increase your net worth. From our discussion, what have you learned? Would invest like Mark Cuban? Please let me know by leaving a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to Wealth-ology for more videos like this. Thank you for stopping by to watch. See you in our next video.